Thank you, and welcome friends to episode 19 of Hobson's Choice. I'm Michael G. Hobson, and in this episode the G stands for Good Old Bull Graham. Once upon a time, the good old boy, along with his friend and advisor John McCain, offered a moderate view in the Republican Party that has, over time, shifted from conservatism to an extreme right-wing conspiracy vendors. When McCain was stricken with brain cancer, the good old boy was left on his own. Now, the good old boy doesn't like to be alone, so he searched for a replacement friend and advisor. And it looks like he found one. When the 2016 Republican primaries began, Graham, who was supporting Jeb Bush, said if Trump wins the nomination, it could mean the end of the Republican Party. I think that was the most prophetic statement he ever uttered. Of course, with the good old boy, there isn't much competition. But then Graham softened his voice after the election when he referred to the president as a kook. Graham is always known where his bread is buttered. But now, the good old boy is golfing with the president, riding around in a cart and having a good old time. Nice shot, Mr. President. You'll have a good look at the green from there. Oh, nice putt, Mr. President. Would have gone in except for that spike mark. Let's call it birdie anyways. I'm sure it would have gone in. Boy, Mr. President, you can really drive that ball. Are you sure you never took any lessons? Oh, I think that one's in the trap. Here, Mr. President, let me rake the sand for you. There's an art to being a true sycophant. You have to appear to be genuine so the object of your affections won't recognize it as anything other than friendship and loyalty. But we can see it. It was on display in all its ugliness during the Kavanaugh hearings. It's not a secret anymore. Good old boy has a new companion, which is odd considering that among McCain's last words were a warning to Graham to not let the president do anything truly dangerous. So much for old friends. Then again, there is definitely a case of short-term memory afflicting this version of the hypocrite party. The hearing is horrible for these hypocrites. The optics of having a sexual assault allegation be brought to a committee of 11 old white males? Not good. Since the establishment of the Judiciary Committee in 1816, the Republicans have never had a female representative. Never. In more than 2 centuries. There isn't any doubt whose side of the gender divide these old white males lean. They have consistently proven that when it comes to issues involving women, they are the tangle-footed and tangled-mouthed party. They thought bringing in a female assistant to ask questions would protect them from saying something really stupid. It didn't. No one, not the Republicans, not the White House, and certainly not Kavanaugh, wants a thorough investigation into his behavior in school, for it would prove that at the time he was a spoiled, privileged elitist who thought everyone was beneath him. It doesn't matter to the Republicans that the hearing proved that his attitude hasn't changed. He's still a spoiled, privileged elitist who thinks even the senators are beneath him. Certainly the Democratic senators. So, the Republican senators stayed silent while the accuser was questioned. But when Democratic Senator Dick Durbin kept pushing the unquestionably unqualified Supreme Court nominee to ask for an FBI investigation, the good old boy stepped in. The female assistant was shoved aside. Graham turned the Kavanaugh inquiry from a search for truth into a partisan fight. He attacked the Democrats, just like the president had shown him during their late-night meetings over ice cream. If you wanted an FBI investigation, Graham screamed at the Democrats, you could have come to us. It must make the president feel good to watch his sycophants follow instructions. Stupid do these Republicans think we are. This is what happens when you watch nothing but Fox News. It scrambles your brain. When the allegation from Dr. Ford first came out, the Democrats asked for a delay so the FBI could investigate. It was the very first thing they asked for. Up is down, black is white, inside is outside. What goes down just keeps going down. Hypocrites. The White House and the Republicans know that if the truth is revealed, Kavanaugh won't be confirmed. So they want to bury the truth. Now we hope there are some Republicans who haven't sold their souls, even if it appears they are on the verge of doing so. Imagine how hard it was for Jeff Flake to say no to his party and ask for the investigation. It looked like it nearly killed him. But the Republicans don't care about truth. They don't care about their responsibility to the voters or to the country. In fact, they don't care about people at all. They only care about their agenda, and getting conservatives on the Supreme Court is number one on that agenda. So they can reverse progressive laws like equal rights and women's rights and bring back white privilege. This motivates the Republicans to get back to the 1950s. What motivates this president, though, is that Kavanaugh will protect him if his case ever gets to the Supreme Court. It's odd to think that when Melania stopped sleeping with the president, it was Lindsey Graham who took her place. Of course, nothing feeds patriarchy more than white privilege. Till next time, my friends, be well.